it's sad that we have to start off kind of like teaching lessons of how to unlearn things with our kids before teaching them things.
Yes, so I caught myself the other day apologizing to my daughter. I was like, wow, and I got emotional. I was like, I'm sorry, baby, because there's so many things that you witness, like growing up, like so many things that you continue to learn from me, that you have learned from me and you continue to learn from me. But there's certain things that you learned from me that I wish you didn't. So it's like, now I want to help you unlearn those things. You know, like obviously as a mother, we always try to protect our children and guide them and lead them. But we make mistakes. Like, we're human. We're not perfect. Obviously, we try the best we can. But I was like, wow, there's like, no, baby. Now I told her, no, I don't want you to do this. That's not the right way to do it. Yeah, you saw me doing it, but that's not the right way. I want you to be different. I want you to be stronger. I want you to put your foot down and say no. When something doesn't make you feel right, you say no. I don't want to do it.
I don't feel comfortable.
I don't feel comfortable. And speak up, because your voice matters. Like, how you feel, that's the most. I always tell her, like, listen to your gut and your intuition. Like, that's gonna tell you everything. If you don't feel right in a setting or around a person, that your body tells you everything.
Right, right.
So you're going to feel it right away. You remove yourself or you speak up for yourself and say no.
Right.
So, yeah, that's what I wanted to mention about that.
You know, in life, as your kids are growing, as a parent, us as parents, we find ourselves doing that often because we're trying to unlearn as we parent. What I mean by that is we're unlearning the past while we're in the present, offering the future some tools. And we want to make sure that the tools that we're handing them are the correct ones. You know, like you said, reaction is big. When we react to certain things, or even me, like even with my daughters, you know, one is 10, one is about to be 8. Like I'll make a gesture, or they'll make me upset, and I initially scream, and right away I catch myself and be like, I apologize. You know, something that never happened with us growing up, right? Because I'm not apologizing for you being in trouble for what you just did. I'm
But
just
you know-
apologizing for the reaction that I
But you know
that I
that's
used.
exactly what they see. And this is the problem where we go back to our parenting.
Like when you're saying when we apologize.
Sí, porque nosotros lo estamos, we're looking at it, okay, I overreacting. There's other ways that I can teach you or I could discipline you.
Right.
But they're not looking at it that way.
You feel like they see that makes us look weak.
Weak.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
You think
So
so?
this is, I think so. And this is when this little
They take advantage.
monsters nowadays, and I'm speaking, and my kids are
Little
only 6.
creatures.
Yes.
Creatures.
They come out the way most, and I'm not saying all kids, but most of these kids. That's why they act like little animals in the streets.
So
No,
wait.
yeah.
Wait. Let's
But
let's-
that's
There's a
just
lot
my
of-
because
Let's
I
dissect.
agree with the old parenting. I agree. I so agree with that.
I agree with it to a certain extent. But do you think then, and I might deep dive here, and I apologize, and we could cut this out.
Go ahead.
But the thing I'm about to ask you, do you think that trauma that you was taught is just something that you can't let go?
Yeah, actually,
Your parents' reaction was the correct way for you?
I-
Not your
eso es lo que-
parents.
eso es
Not
lo
your
que te voy a
parents.
decir.
Not your parents.
Actually-
Parenting in general back then.
No, actually, what I never got hit.
That's what I was gonna say. What
Right.
trauma?
So, okay, no. Trauma comes in many forms.
No, it comes
You
in
don't
many
have
forms.
it's only not
but
physical.
in that way, she was
No,
never like
not physical. Like
no.
my
Okay.
dad wasn't there at all for me.
Okay.
Since I was 4,
Okay.
it was always my mom, Tia Marianela,
Right.
and that's it.
Okay. But let's just lay it out there. Trauma is not only physical.
No,
And
yeah.
Trauma
that's
could
what I'm
be-
saying. In general,
Psychological.
In general.
exactly. And I think for having an unstable home, because I had an unstable home, my mom. The breakup with my dad was very hard for her. My dad disappeared. I saw my dad maybe once a year, maybe. I was in a little bit more stable home with Tia Marianela, which was Tia. Theo was never around. And I think for growing up in the setting that I grew up, I'm not amazing, but I'm good. Emma,
Hey.
I'm amazing.
I'm perfect.
You are amazing.
Compared because I was brought up in an unstable home.
Well, based on your circumstances, you're saying.
Exacto.
and
Sí, yo
it
tenía una
turned
familia.
out
My mom
pretty
was
good.
there. Tia was there. Like the whole family was there. But compare like mom,
Not bad.
a home, mom, dad with siblings, and I'm fine.
Let me rephrase what I meant earlier. Yes, there's gentle parenting, and I think that's what you're talking about. The gentle parenting for you doesn't work. But there's also gentle, strong parenting, and that's where I fall in. Like, I'm not here trying to raise a weak child.
Okay.
I'm here trying to discipline a child more with information rather than reaction or getting like loud.
Or
Because
violence
sometimes,
or
and my wife told me this before, way in the past when we didn't communicate well.
Okay.
She told me, "You think that because you're loud, you're right," and that's not the case. Just
Yeah.
because I'm loud doesn't mean I'm right. And this loud OG came from the parenting
From
before.
the passing.
Because I saw it all the time. So the louder I got, the more correct I used to think I was. So with my kids, I know that I don't need to be loud to teach you some discipline. I could talk to you just like this and teach you the same discipline that I meant and intended to without screaming.